And good morning. Nice to see everybody back with me today. If you've not met before, my name's Claire Hubbard. I'm a teacher, Year 2 teacher, and I'm also director of the Teach Hub that you can see the name up here. Here's the website. This is where we post the resources. If you've not been with us for lessons 1 and 2, the resources are on the website. If you just log on, and I'll show you where to get them at the end, so in a little bit more detail. So nice to see you. If there's anybody here with me now, then make sure that I can see you. Feel free to comment all the way through. I can see some comments that come up on the screen. React, press the little smiley faces and things just so that I know how you feel it, and we'll have a little bit of interaction as we go along as well. Okay, so what we're going to do first of all is I just want to show you something that I've got on my side here, because this is a picture that Lou Stafford painted of one of the dogs. So my husband bought this for me. Isn't that absolutely wonderful? I just thought I'd show you that because I've got another one as well. I'll show you that tomorrow, another one. That's a lovely another picture. So well done, Lou. Absolutely beautiful pictures. We are a fan of yours. So good morning to, let's see who we've got. Lily. Hello, Lily. Good morning to see you from High Hill. Lovely to see some High Hill children with me. Leanne, all the way from Australia. My little niece over there. Well done, Lee. Thanks for joining us again today. St. Augustine's in Stoke-on-Trent. Good morning to you. Zaki's here. I'm sure we've seen Zaki before. And Lou Stafford's with us. Morning, Lou. Lou, obviously, is the author. Thank you for joining us again. Also, I want to just have a quick shout out to some children from High Hill that have been following us every day. So we've got Seth, Sienna. Hello, Sienna. Sam, lovely to see you. And Max. Lovely to see you too. Well done for keep joining us. Jen Blake, thank you for your support. Really appreciate it. And Michelle Worrell, we spoke this morning. So hope you're with me now. You said you're watching, so hello to you. Okay, so we're going to start today just by reviewing some of the questions from yesterday. I did send a sheet on the website. You may have seen this, or you may have not. We had a couple more questions just to go through, and what I want to do is just see if you managed to answer some of these questions first of all. So, why did George nearly bump into the other dogs? Now, we need to just quickly read through this just to remember what was going on. I'll just summarise it for you. So the 4 dogs, they live on a magical island, they gathered together, they went on an adventure. And then, if you remember, George was missing and he came with a loud bark there. And then, as he went on a little bit more, Woody got a little bit impatient because he just wanted to go off. And we realised he wanted to find some rabbits to chase. So that's what we were looking at yesterday. And then I asked you to answer a couple of questions. And one of them was, why did George nearly bump into the other dogs? And I think a lot of you managed to find the answers for this, and there's a couple of reasons. And if you find George here, it says George appeared around the corner and screeched to a sudden halt. So this bit here, saying he screeched to a sudden halt, it doesn't say that he nearly bumped into the other dogs really, but it does give us clues. This is our inference. He screeched to a sudden halt, which implies he was going really, really fast. So that's why he nearly bumped into the other dogs. Macy, I've got this off Seesaw. You managed to do that really, really well. Well done. You said George was rushing really fast because he thought he was late and he had to stop because he was running too fast. And that's exactly right. He had a sudden stop, a sudden halt. Okay, so well done if you got that one right. Well done. And now we've got, why do you think they wanted to chase the rabbits? Well, you've got to know a little bit about dogs to know that. So this is why it's important to have lots of knowledge about what's going on in the world to be able to infer. My dog loves to chase rabbits. So why does she love to chase rabbits? Woody really wants to chase rabbits. Again, it could be just because that's what makes them happy. Dogs love to run and they love to play. So if you wrote anything like that or thought of those answers, then that would be right. It's because they just love to run and love to play. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to move on a little bit today. We're going to look a lot about the words today. So there's something I know a lot of children find really difficult, but I know that you are going to be really, really good at this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of detective work. Usually when teachers see this little phrase, they groan. And they groan because children, for some reason, because we always tell them to write in sentences, they write a sentence for this if there's a question that says find and copy one word. So what we're going to do is we're going to practice now using some of the words we know really, really well. So we're going to find and copy one word from here. So I'm just going to get it as close as I can get it before it drops off the bottom of the screen. Okay, now then, what have I got to help? My class will know what these are. Are you ready? Can you guess what I've got in my hand? It's these lovely little eyes. Okay, you can get these from anywhere really. Just got a pack of them. My class will use these on their little fingers here, and we put them here, and I know a couple of children in my class ask me if they can use them, and they'll say, can I go and get some eyes, Mrs. Hubbard? I say, yeah, of course you can. And they watch the end of the pencil, so as they're writing, the eyes are watching. So for example, I might say, go and get one so-and-so, because he really wants to check that you can do your B's and D's the right way around. Or I might say, go and get some eyes, because the little eyes want to watch your end of your pencil and make sure you're putting a capital letter and a full stop. So my little eye here, I'm going to swap my pencil for a pen, because what we're going to do is we're going to find and copy one word. This is another reading skill, because these little eyes are going to be like scanners today. You know how you have like a scanner at the supermarket when you put your food through and you beep, 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 beep? Well, we've got to have a little beep going on now. Now, if you haven't got any little eyes, you can either make them or you can just pretend for now. Just pretend you've got little eyes like this, beep, 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 because we're going to find and copy one word from here. We're going to make it easy because it's some of the words that we've already been looking at. Okay, so we're going to find and copy. You ready? What you've got to do, you've got to find the word that means something. So I'm going to say something like, find just one word, and it is just one word. And you can help me by typing it into the comments so that I know that you can find it, and I'll see if I can see them. I've got Mrs. Wormsley on the text here telling me whether or not you're doing this, because it's just gone off my screen at the moment. So, are you ready? There's your little scanner. You've got to scan the text. You might know where this one is straight away, but I want you to find and copy a word that means, you ready? All at once. All at once. There's just one word that means all at once. So scan, 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 scan. All at once. All at once. See if you can find it. I'm just going to go and see the comments, see if you can do it. Okay, did you find it? Did you find it? Well, we've got a detective here. Look, this is something else that I've got. Look at him. Look at him. Can you see him? He's got a bit of blue tack on his head because he's going to stick to the board. He's a reading detective. Okay, now he is going to stick on the word. So I hope you found it all at once. So there's my scanner, and he scanned and he found the word all at once. Really, a word there suddenly. So let's put my detective there. Okay, did you find it? Show me you found it, put your thumbs up, or show me a little react so I can see if you got it or not. Okay, good. One word. And if you were doing this in school, you would just write one word. Just that one word. You don't have to write, some children do this. The word you're looking for, Mrs. Hubbard, is just write that one word. Okay, you ready? Next one. Get your scanner ready. Okay, I'll move out the way so you can see it. This time, I want you to find one word that means, now you should be able to do this one really, really quickly. Ready? Group together. Group together. I'll give you a clue. It's right near the top. Okay, go on, have a quick look. Okay, and we're back. Okay, so did you find it? Did you find it in the scan? Grouped together. Now we've looked at this one. I've got another one now. This is a little different detective. I don't know whether you probably know better than me. What does he look like to you? Is he American? He's got his shades on. Okay, so he's another reading detective. Because not only does he find clues, he's scanned and he's found the word. And the word that he found grouped together, you should have found this one quite easy actually. It was gathered. Tell me if you found gathered. Yeah? Good. Well done. Hello, Amelia. Nice to see you with us this morning. Okay, next one. We're going to scan. I'll put him down a bit. Look what I found. You'll never guess what I found in my little pot of little Lego men. Look at him. I'm looking for detectives. Harry Potter. Right, Harry Potter. He's quite good at finding things, isn't he? Okay, so he's going to find now. You ready? Another really easy one. Because you've looked at this word. Scan. Find the word screeched. Go for screeched. See if you can find it. Okay, you got it? You got it, Harry? I think he has. He's looked the eyes of scan, screeched. And we know it was when George came in, because we read that even this morning, so that was quite easy. Okay, so you found the word screeched, and that means the high-pitched noise. So scan. This time I'm going to give you a clue for a word. The last one you've not really talked about, but you will know it because we mentioned it this morning. Okay, so the last word I want you to look for, and this is my last little, I think this is a sheriff. Oops, his hat fell off. It's quite hard to stick this on this morning because his hat just keeps sticking. So I'll take the blue tack off. Are you ready? Get in there. Okay, so he's going to go on, and he's looking for the word that means stop. Stop. Can you find it? Stop. Just stop. Morning, Bertie. And morning, Radha. I can see some of your names coming up on my screen now. Hello, Zainab. Lovely to see you back with us. Okay, so we're looking for stop. Scan. Really good skill to be scanning these words. And I think you would have probably found it because, look, George appeared around the corner and screeched to a sudden halt. So there you go, halt. I'll see if I can get him to stick on that because he's got quite a bit of a sticky out hat. Okay, did you find them? Well done, lovely. Okay, I'm going to put my little eyes down now because we're going to take all these off. Sorry, gentlemen, you've got to come off. And because I need the space. There goes the hat. Never mind. Okay, so that was finding copy. Just one word, don't forget. One word means one word. We'll do lots more of that. Because it is difficult when we're telling you to write in sentences all the time and then we change our mind. Okay, now, what I want to do now is to look again at the vowel hand quickly. And thank you so much, Macy, for your beautiful vowel hand. And also Evelyn, you've been showing me on our class seesaw. Because what I want to do is just revise this again so that we can say the short vowels and the long vowels, because these short vowels and long vowels are really, really important when we're reading. We're going to look at some word endings today. So say these with me, please. Hold your hand out so that I can pretend that I can see it. And I want you to point to your thumb. And we're going to say the short vowels first of all. You ready? A, e, I, o. Okay? And then we're going to say the long vowels underneath. And there's lots of different ways of spelling the long vowels, but today I've just got the simplest ones that we learn first of all in our letters and sounds program. Ready? A, E, I, O, U, or U. Under here is the Y, because sometimes the Y is a cheeky vowel. I say he's the naughtiest letter, absolutely naughtiest letter in the alphabet, because he likes to say some vowel sounds. Look what he likes to say. He likes to say I, as in myth or ink. He likes to say E, as in baby or tree. And he likes to say I, as in fly or light. So he's a cheeky vowel. You'll see a vowel in every word. And if you don't, you'll see the Y instead. Okay, so there's the vowel hand. That will help us when we're looking at the next part of our lesson today, which is looking at some words that end in ED. Do you remember I told you I was doing this on the first lesson? So the 3 sounds of ED. I'm actually going to bring the paper back because there's some ED words on there. Okay, now I need to just explain this to you, what we're going to do. We've got ED words, which are past tense words of a verb. They end in ED, but they don't always sound the same. Sometimes they sound like d, sometimes they sound like id, and sometimes they sound like t. Parents, teachers, how many times have you seen the children write a word like jumped? Sorry about that horrible wobbly handwriting. That's because we need to be secure that it's an ED sound. So let's sort some of these words out. Get your scanning finger again, because you're going to find the first ED word, the very first one on here. You ready? So scan, scan, scan. Any verb that ends in ED. Whoop, there you go. Gathered, gathered. Now listen to gathered. Lovely squeaky pen again. Okay, gathered. We looked at this before. It sounds like a D. So this word would be here. D, gathered. It sounds like D. So I'm just going to write that with this pen under that column. Gathered. It's not greeny, but you get the idea. Okay, let's go back to the eyes. And the next word here that we're going to find, we're looking for ones that end in ED. I've got realised. Did you see that one next? Realised. Okay, so I'm just going to write that down here. Realised, realised. Again, it sounds like a D. Realised. Okay, and then as we go on a little bit further, I'm going to find the word. I'm going to go down to this one simply because that one sounds a little bit different. Say screeched. Screeched. Can you hear? It sounds like a T. Screeched. So this one goes here. Screeched. Screeched. Sounds like a T, but it's not a T. It's ED. Same with this one, look. Barked. 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 Sounds like a T. I'm just going to show you what this looks like on the phonic chart. Because we've got a phonic chart here. Again, our school are used to using these. This is the year 2 one, which is phonic chart 4. These are all the sounds that we would need to know the spellings for in year 2. Okay, so if you look across here, when we go all the way across, we've got all these sounds. These all say S. These all, this was anyone that says ah. But look at this one. There it is. Spelt ED, but it sounds like T. We go across here. I. All these ways of spelling but then when we get to this one, look. D. D. It's ED, but it just sounds like D. Okay. The one we haven't done, the third one, is this one here. This one sounds like id. And I don't think there's one. Oh, yes, there is on here. Look, wanted. Okay, so wanted. That actually sounds like I. So we have got wanted there. Okay. Now, what I want you to do, just for a few minutes, and this is going to be as part of the task sheets that we're going to be looking at later, or you can look at when you're doing, if you want to go onto the website to find them, is you've got that sheet basically. I want you to find as many ED words as you can on here, but also see if you can find some more. Could you please now, anybody now, write down in the comments, see if you can find a word that ends in ED that sounds like a D at the end, an id at the end, or T at the end. I'm just going to leave you to do that. I can't put any music on today because apparently it breaches copyright if I do that. So I'm just going to leave the music off. But you have a go at that. If you can type them into the comments for me, and then what I'll do is I'll have a look in about a minute. Okay. So you just have a look at that for a moment, and I'll get back to you. Say hi, buddy. All at once. So. Okay. Right. Have you got some in? I'm just going to see if Mrs. Wormsley has typed any in for me because I can't see my screen at the moment. It sort of gets stuck a few minutes behind. I can see lots of gathered's. That was from a few minutes ago, wasn't it? So, oh, hi, Dad. I can see that you're watching again in Australia. Nice to see you. Hello, Jane again. And Steve John's learning. And Helen, other sister, hi to you too. Nice to see you. Okay. Right, think you've done all right with that. So what we're going to do now, just to finish off, don't forget if you want to do some more id words and d words and t words for me, then you can show me. I know some of my children are putting them on Seesaw, but you can put them onto, just take a photograph, put them onto the website if you want to. I always say website, I mean the Facebook site, you can just put anything on there. Okay, oh, we've got some words coming in now, well done. I don't know who's put them in, but we got explained. Okay, so that was that one, well done. Slithered, again, duh. Sometimes they just sound like duh, don't they? But it's the spell, E-D, every single time. Crawled. Okay, well done. Thank you, Mrs. Wormsley, for getting those for me. Okay, we're going to finish off today. We're just going to have a look at the next part of the book, ready for the last lesson tomorrow. Okay, so I'll try and get it so that it's not too shiny. If you remember, the other day they got together and he was so excited, wants to chase rabbits, and now they're off towards the point. Okay, so here's the next part. Get ready to get comfortable and get ready. Get your listening ears on. Are you ready? Okay, this is the next part. There they are, look. Hope you can remember who they are. Down the lane ran the 4 dogs, past the cottages, past the delicious baking smells, past the cows in the field, until in the distance they could see St. Ninian's Point. They raced across the sand, jumping over rocks on the way to the point. Come on, you two, barked Rosie, as Bonnie and George stopped to eat seaweed. Breakfast was over hours ago. They could see the spooky cottage ahead, and they knew they were nearly there. Quickly, barked Rosie. Wonder who's in charge here. Gives you a little bit more of their characters, doesn't it? When you have that busy brain and think along the way. I know we've been talking about busy brain in school. Think about what you're reading as you're going along. Somebody seems like they're quite in charge. Look, come on, you two, barked Rosie. Quickly, barked Rosie. The 3 pals had arrived at St. Ninian's Point, having left George on the beach chasing seagulls. Oh, so he didn't find rabbits then. But wait a minute, somebody else was missing. Where's Woody? Barked Rosie. He was here a minute ago because he was jumping over puddles, said Bonnie. But there was no sign of him. He had just vanished. And sure enough, Woody had been jumping over puddles, but he'd lost his footing and landed right in the middle of one, splashing water everywhere. What he didn't realise was that it wasn't a puddle, but a well, a very, very deep well. Down he fell, deeper and deeper into the water, holding his breath for a very long time. Suddenly, he could see a light shining at the bottom. I'll tell you what a well is tomorrow. That's going to be part of our lesson tomorrow. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that next part. And I don't know whether you heard my cat doing a little meow in the middle of it as well. Just not very helpful, Paddy, but never mind. This is life, isn't it? So nice to have been with you. We're going to call it a day there. Don't forget, if you want the resources and you've not got them before, go onto the Teach Hub, go on to reading, which is at the top there. Click on Year 2. and scroll down to the homeschool reading the Straad Pack. Lots and lots and lots of people have been getting them, so well done. Just go on and get them, and there you see it's there. Just put it in your basket and check out, and you can get them. They're not very detailed. They're not like our whole class reading packs that we put on the site. They're just for this. They're just these sheets like this. If you want them, you can just have a look at them, and you don't have to even print them off. All right, so thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll be back for the last lesson tomorrow. So if you just give me a react so I can see if you're there, see if you like it. I'm still having trouble seeing little bits, but just show me, add comments. You can watch this later if you want to, rewatch it, and you can share it as well. That's fine. If anybody wants to share it, that's absolutely fine with me. All right, bye. See you tomorrow.